Assalamu alaikum, welcome to Discover Pakistan. This is Iza Rumail, and today we're honored to have with us the ambassador of Kazakhstan to Pakistan, Yerzhan Kistafin. Sir, thank you so much for joining us today.
Walaikum assalam, Iza. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
So to begin with, tell us how's your visit to Lahore been so far?
As always, to visit Lahore, it's a great, I would say, opportunity to boost collaboration between our two brotherly nations. I visit Lahore on a regular basis, and whenever I visit Lahore, I always find new opportunities for developing cooperation between our countries.
That's really nice to hear. Since you have been engaging closely with Pakistan, tell us how would you describe the relationship between Kazakhstan and Pakistan?
So in general, I must say that this year, it was a great breakthrough. As you know, at the beginning of February, our President, His Excellency Kassym-Jomart Tokayev, visited Pakistan with the state official visit.
Okay.
It was the first visit since 2003, and we had great talks, and the main outcome is the joint declaration on establishing strategic partnership, which was signed by our Honorable President and your Honorable Prime Minister, His Excellency Shehbaz Sharif. During his visit, we signed more than 70 bilateral documents covering different areas, IT, agriculture, our trade, investment partnership, security, so on and so forth, education. And apart from that, we also opened Kazakhstan-Pakistan Sports Center Dostik.
Okay.
Our chess federation, for the first time ever, established a chess academy abroad in Islamabad.
Okay.
Then our boxing federations, our wrestling federations, our national sports as well. Apart from that, we also established a Center for Science and Technology at NAST, in collaboration with a leading technical university from Kazakhstan. Then at Quaid-e-Azam University, we established a cultural center Al-Farabi in collaboration with the #1 Kazakh university. And then finally at Islamic International University, we established a joint theological research center in collaboration with the university from Kazakhstan. So as you see, we covered almost all areas where we can develop our cooperation. And then our President invited Honorable Prime Minister to visit Kazakhstan, and Honorable Prime Minister was kind enough to accept our invitation. And this year we are going to organize a state visit of His Excellency Shehbaz Sharif to Kazakhstan.
That's really insightful. As you mentioned, sports play a big role in national identity of many countries. How would you describe sports culture in Kazakhstan?
Sports culture in Kazakhstan, I would say that nowadays there are so many different types of sports disciplines which are popular in Kazakhstan. We are very good at boxing, wrestling, tennis, even football, and we would love to develop this kind of cooperation with Pakistan. And we are also focused very much on preserving and developing our national heritage. What I'm saying is that, for example, at this sports center Dostik, which we opened in Islamabad, we're also planning to launch our cooperation with a focus on our national sports. And then on the other hand, we are going to establish for the first time ever a Kabaddi Federation in Kazakhstan, in collaboration with the Kabaddi Federation of Pakistan.
And coming back to the relationship between both countries, what makes this relationship stronger, special and unique?
Whenever we discuss cooperation between Kazakhstan and Pakistan, nowadays most of the countries are focused mainly on trade, economic, investment partnership. And I always stress that when it comes to cooperation between Kazakhstan and Pakistan, because in terms of our history, our culture, our traditions, our religion, mashallah, we have so many things in common. And this is why we believe that we are not just another neighbors in the region, but we are brotherly nations. And after our president visited your beautiful capital, we are also strategic partners. And we are going to pay a very special attention to developing our cultural ties. For example, in December 2023, during the 13th session of our Intergovernmental Joint Commission, we signed an MOU to boost our cooperation in culture. Then, during the visit of our president, we signed a roadmap to develop our cultural ties. Apart from that, we are also keen very much to boost collaboration between our media communities. And for example, your colleagues from Discover Pakistan, they visited Kazakhstan, and we arranged their talks with their partners from Kazakhstan. And inshallah, during the visit of the Honorable Prime Minister, we are going to strengthen ties between our media communities, because through your great TV channel, for example, we can reach millions of people.
True.
We can, talk about cooperation between Kazakhstan and Pakistan.
Tell us more about, like, in terms of practical cooperation, what areas of both countries are working right now, like trade, education, or others?
So in general, under the Intergovernmental Joint Commission, we have established 6 joint working groups on trade, on transport, on energy, on agriculture, on education, and on IT. So we have identified these 6 areas as areas of our priority for developing cooperation, and I'm happy to see that all these 6 joint working groups have been activated, and they are working together. And this year we will be hosting most of these working groups in Kazakhstan. So we are going to invite our dear friends from Pakistan to discuss further collaboration. And since Honorable Prime Minister is going to visit Pakistan this year, both leaders agreed that all these 73 bilateral documents that we signed during the visit of our Honorable President in Islamabad, we have to show a practical implementation of our cooperation.
Do you think people in both countries know enough about each other?
This is the reason why we want to boost cooperation between our media communities. Because still, I wouldn't say that people know little, but still we need to raise awareness of our societies in Kazakhstan and in Pakistan about our countries, about our cultures. Unfortunately, frankly speaking, we have to recognize the fact that in the past we didn't pay enough attention to developing cooperation between our nations, and this is the high time to boost our cooperation, because all Central Asian countries, not only Kazakhstan, all Central Asian countries are interested very much in strengthening ties with Pakistan. The thing is that, for example, Kazakhstan and in general Central Asia, it's a landlocked region. And that is why Pakistan for us important, not only in terms of our region, not only in terms of our bilateral cooperation, but also in terms of developing our transit potential, developing our cooperation with the Gulf countries, with the African market, and with the Southeast Asian nations. On the other hand, Kazakhstan is located right in the heart, I would say, of Eurasia, which means that through Kazakhstan, you can have access to the Eurasian markets, including Russia, including Europe, and many other countries. And in this case, what I'm saying is that Kazakhstan and Pakistan can serve each other as regional transit hubs. So when it comes to cooperation between our nations, we can go far beyond, and it will be helpful not only for Kazakhstan and Pakistan, but for other countries in the region as well.
That's amazing.
Since Prime Minister is coming, and he's a very pragmatic and very result-oriented, inshallah, we will witness a completely different landscape of our regional cooperation. President of Uzbekistan, His Excellency Shavkat Mirziyoyev was here. You hosted President of Kyrgyzstan. So what I'm saying is that I already mentioned that all Central Asian states are interested very much in developing cooperation, and we believe that this kind of regional approach will help to boost our bilateral cooperation as well. And next year, inshallah, I believe that there will be a breakthrough. Our president and your prime minister, they agreed that we need to boost our trade, for example, up to 1 billion. 1 billion is a must. And moreover, we established a working group of high level, which is co-chaired by Honorable Minister Hassan Iqbal from your side and our Deputy Prime Minister, His Excellency Serik Jumangarin. Now they are working on a roadmap to boost our collaboration in different areas: connectivity, IT, agriculture, textile industry.
And when we talk about strong relations, culture plays a big role as well. And it's incontrovertible that Kazakhstan has a cultural diversity. So can you please tell us what that really looks like?
First of all, I would like to invite you to visit Kazakhstan. Secondly, I must say that whenever people visit Kazakhstan, or whenever my friends from Kazakhstan visit Pakistan, they see how many things in common we have. Because in fact, Pakistan to some extent is also a part of our Central Asian region, is also a part of our so-called the Turkic civilization. and there are so many things in common. For example, Kazakhstan belongs to a nomadic civilization, and in Kazakhstan there is a city called Turkestan, which is considered as a cradle of nomadic Turkic civilization. And for example, in April last year, we signed an MOU to establish a sister-city relations between Lahore and Turkestan. We have connected our cultural capitals. So what I'm saying is that when it comes to our cultural cooperation, by the way, 2 weeks ago I met with the Honorable Minister for National Heritage and Culture, His Excellency Kichi, and we discussed cooperation in culture. So we are going, for example, to invite, people from, different cultural institutions like museums. Just yesterday I visited Lahore Museum, one of the best museums not in Pakistan but in the region. So we would love to develop our cooperation between museums, between our universities of arts, between our performers, musicians, so on and so forth. So during the visit of the Honorable Prime Minister, we are going to organize a cultural week of Pakistan. And on the other hand, responding to your question, we are going to invite our prominent figures, musicians, performers, our museums, to organize same events in Pakistan, and you will see yourself how many things in common we have.
And how do different cultures and ethnic groups live together in Kazakhstan, and does that influence everyday life, like food or festivals?
In fact, Kazakhstan is one of the most diverse societies in the world. As of today, there are 124 ethnic groups living in Kazakhstan in peace and harmony. Predominantly Kazakhstan is have a Muslim population about 70%. But apart from that, we have Christians, we have Catholics, Orthodox Christians, we have even Buddhists, we have so many other. In total, I must say, these 124 ethnic groups, they represent 18 faith communities. Enjoy that these people live together in peace and harmony, and as of today we have never had, and of course it impacts I would say positively our daily life. We enjoy different cuisines, we enjoy different cultures, we enjoy different holidays, different festivities, so on and so forth. We have Koreans, we have Japans, we have great European community, I mean people from Poland and many other nations who live in Kazakhstan, and we believe that it's a great strength of Kazakhstan, because our main motto is unity in diversity. And what we want to share this humble experience in what that we have with the rest of the world.
That sounds interesting. What are some traditions that you think people might not know about?
As I said, Kazakhs are nomads, and that's why people not always know about this nomadic culture. And that's why we always invite people to to visit our country, in particular during the events that we organize dedicated to our national heritage. For example, 2 years back, Kazakhstan hosted the World Nomad Games. And moreover, we had one team from Pakistan which participated in these World Nomad Games. The idea is to preserve our heritage, because it's not only about Kazakhstan, it is about the entire Central Asian region.
What usually surprises foreigners the most about Kazakh culture?
About Kazakh culture, in this sense, I must say we are very similar to each other. People are surprised by hospitality of our country. And I must say that Pakistan is one of the most hospitable nations in the world.
Undoubtedly.
So when I say it, I mean it. Whenever I visit different beautiful parts of your great country, I always feel that I'm very warmly welcomed. People are very surprised that people are very friendly, very nice people, very hospitable people. And then people are very surprised with the stunning nature. Again, just like in Pakistan. Because Kazakhstan, in fact, is the 9th largest country in the world. Yes, it's a big country, and you can, visit our deserts, you can visit our forests, you can visit our hilly areas, so many things. And then another very, another fact that always surprises people is that our capital is the second coldest capital in the world. We have freezing winters. But again, if you travel to the southern part of Kazakhstan, you will not face such, harsh winters like we face in the central part of Kazakhstan.
That sounds very positive.
Yeah.
And if someone from Pakistan visits Kazakhstan, how can they experience cultural diversity?
Oh, I always suggest, again, another similarity with Pakistan. Whenever I have friends visiting Pakistan, I always recommend them to visit not only Islamabad, but three cities is a must. I always, recommend to visit at least our capital. Astana is the youngest capital in the world.
Yes.
Then our Almaty. Almaty is a former capital and today is a kind of cultural, financial hub. And then Turkestan. Turkestan is our, cultural capital. And visiting these three cities, people will be able to feel this flavor of Kazakhstan, what Kazakhstan is, and they will enjoy, this kind of trip to Kazakhstan.
And speaking of visiting, for travelers, Kazakhstan is undoubtedly known as nature lovers' dream. So how would you describe Kazakhstan's tourist destination? Like, what are few must-visit places in Kazakhstan?
Again, these three cities, as simple as that. At least Astana. In Astana, they will, enjoy the modern architecture, because in fact, Astana has been built from the scratch, and everything is new, particularly in the new administrative center. In Astana, we have, for example, great big regional institutions like Astana International Financial Center, Artificial Intelligence Center. We have one of the best universities in Astana. Then Almaty is located just like Islamabad in a hilly area. We have a great ski resort. We have great skating rink. We have great mountains, canyon, just like in the United States. So many things to visit around Almaty as well. And then of course our spiritual capital, Turkestan. In Turkestan, for example, there is a mausoleum of Haji Ahmed Yassawi, who was a great Sufi, and he was one of the first founders of the first Sufi order.
Wow.
So what I'm saying is that, when you visit Astana, you will see the modern face of Central Asia. When you visit Almaty, you will enjoy all these, touristic destinations. And when you visit Turkestan, you will see the ancient face of our great region.
Okay. And on the other hand, what has been your favorite place in Pakistan so far?
Lahore.
Wow.
And Hunza.
Okay. And on a more personal note, how has your experience been when working in Pakistan, and what do you enjoy the most about being here?
I believe, Pakistan for me is my second home.
Yeah.
And from my day one, I felt, this very positive energy from your people. And it was such a great, I would say, inspiration for me to boost and to strengthen cooperation between our countries. And the most important part about Pakistan is your incredibly hospitable, people.
True.
And of course, your stunning nature. It's beautiful, amazing, and you can hardly find something, like in Pakistan, for example, Hunza. It's hard to find in anywhere else. And when it comes to a cultural heritage, whenever I visit Badshahi Mosque, I always feel this, connections, because Badshahi Mosque was in fact built by people from our region.
Okay.
In fact, by our ancestors.
Wow.
And when I enjoy this architecture, this style, all these ornaments, it reminds me all the things that we have in Kazakhstan.
Wow. Has anything here surprised you in Pakistan?
Surprised?
Yeah.
Yes, our commonalities in terms of our cultures and in terms of our traditions. Many things.
Okay.
Even our cuisine.
Yeah.
Plau, samosa.
Have you tried biryani?
Sure, of course. Paratha, chapati, and of course another common thing is that we're also tea lovers.
Okay.
And we also drink tea with milk.
Okay. And lastly, what message would you like to give to the people of Pakistan?
To the people of Pakistan,
Yes.
Using this opportunity, I would like to invite our dear brothers and sisters from Pakistan to visit Kazakhstan as many times as they can, and to establish, friendship, to develop partnership, to boost cooperation, and to contribute. Number one is to contribute to strengthening cooperation between our brotherly nations in the region.
Thank you so much, and stay tuned for more such podcasts.